Alright, so let's try something out with a new game and the Gathering Storm. Dark times are coming in Europe. Hitler has consolidated his power and his attention is now increasingly drawn beyond Germany's borders. Mussolini's Italy continues to embark on daring military adventures, while the Empire of Japan stands poised to attack China in Asia. Almost 20 years have passed since the end of the Great War. The old world has yet again been doused in gasoline. A single spark may be all it takes. So let's select the scenario, and for the little try, I want to give is China. We will play on historical and Iron Man. And start this little round. As China, you have a very unique position where you have many people, but not very much industry. And just to say it, to be honest, you actually have a very easy time going up against Japan, because all you need is to get some military factories up in time. Do here some standard research. You could also, if you just want to get very good weapons, research this at first, because you will not need anything else. Very important to protect all your ports. And then, normally the Kai runs onto you in waves and you don't have to do anything. You could get here 3 military factories relatively fast. If you want to, I will make an easy road. Army reform is also relatively important before Japan arrives. Yeah. So let's see about that one. Yeah, I think we will get the research going. And for the start, you could look to move your industry more inwards, so none of it is on the outside. And that's what I will do. I will start with some civilian factories. Personally, I don't think it's needed, because, like I told before, Japan is there and ready to do some stuff. What I would prefer is to make some smaller groups. One relatively important one. We have to check the division that are in front of us. And by that, it's relatively simple. So let's try and station everything at the ports. This port will be part of this group, so I don't have to protect it, and here is no port. But if they land there, the units will intercept them there. And then I will check on naval bases. What I also like to do is to create a second group that stays behind. And when the Japanese lands, I will just send units into them, into the territory. could also come from here, so I will put more units up there. And then put something here in reserve. You could diversify this, and I mean for the future this would be beneficial. These units are, yeah, they say bad, it's a little bit less, but the only use you have here is infantry equipment. So as China, you are relatively fine to go with just that. The other thing that could be important is the logistics. This kind of better trucks are rarely not needed if you fight on your own territory. But more importantly, the trains, and we have not that many. Yeah, so there they go. Also, we have one dockyard. We will build this ship, which is probably not that good. But at the same time, we have like 9 ships, and the Japanese have way too many to contest that in any meaningful way. So, we have it right here. What we want to produce, we could create an agency, so that we have more information. If we have more information, we have better troops. But let's check this here. Normally, operative slots. Yeah, this would be good one. This has nothing to do with the part. We can create one, so that's the easy part. And yeah, then we can start. While time is running, we can assign commanders. You could look at them more closely. What they have as beneficiaries. Yeah, but normally you choose the highest one, and that's fine then. For cavalry, we can look if we have some specialists for it. We don't have any, so it doesn't matter. What I most often like for some of, I mean, in this case, he's politically connected, so he gains less experience. I do not like that one, so I will not choose him until I go to the cavalry, because yeah, I do not like to play it. Simple as that. And then we mostly can wait for the Japanese. It's always beneficial to create some more units. So if so when the war starts, you can rely on it. And most times it's just waiting. We have also some aircrafts which we could unite here. But normally it's unable to merge the air groups. That's stupid. So I will delete it. And create a new one. Hopefully it gets. The Rhineland is remilitarized, so Hitler is doing his job, to say at least. And we are still waiting for the brewing storm. We could also get some steel, and we could look for who we want to choose. Normally you look for something that doesn't need convoys, because especially as China, they will get raided. So I will choose the Soviet Union, and as long as this road stays secure, we will have no problem with it. And when we have it, we can more efficiently produce guns, get even more. Yeah, we can make a simple infantry spam. Yeah, that's mostly it with this. We could ramp up the speed a bit. And just take a look. On this stuff. I mean, to have it a little bit more challenging, you can place the communist, or yeah, warlord. Because the cool thing of the warlord is, if you go down here, you can become the Chinese government and annex them and take them over. And at this point, normally the Japanese are in war, so you have to organize some stuff. So that's more interesting. Yeah, here you join the communists. I would say probably the most interesting part, because, like I told you, you're more of an underdog, so you have a bit more challenge up there, because there's China. I mean, look at the manpower. There's so many people. Yeah, and normally the Japanese are more on the high, not really high quality equipment, but better equipment. And the problem is, like, yeah, a cannon is very cheap compared to artillery or anything else. And yeah, if you just have enough people that fights with guns, I mean, look at this right now. At least in this state. I don't know why the others aren't filled up. Like Beijing, but that's fine. So we have more troops here than they have, and of course they will get more. But you can just spam people in, and even if you like get encircled or anything like this, it doesn't really hurt you that bad. Only if it's a big encirclement. And we can move forward to there. Technology, we can use basic machine tools, so that we can build more factories in the long term and have more output. Or we could start to upgrade this one, or could get better reinforcement coordination, which is also not bad at all. But I will choose the machine tools. Now we can also look here for some concerns. Could actually gain up the economy law because it doesn't have anything bad as downside. So, but this I think will change with the new updates. So yeah, we can have a look. We could also get even more people, but I think it's unnecessary. The only thing slightly concerning is like the stability, but we didn't get that bad of things. But I think I will take the silent workhorse, so we can even get more and more and more political power faster, especially. Okay, so now we get the info that the first troops are ready, but I think I will wait till all of them are. And we have like a year left before the Japanese will create their incident. So until this, we can just speed things up a bit. I also didn't want to make that long of a video. Just a little tryout, and if anybody watches this, we can perhaps continue with it. If not, that's how it is. Yeah. So I will look for it. And perhaps in the next video we could prepare everything, make everything ready, and perhaps the war even starts then. Yeah, so we can have a look at that one. Also, we can rank the fuel priorities. Not that important for China. Just I will not really part my navy and put it anywhere else. Hopefully I can protect this maritime part, so they do not have to leave the port, because then the Japanese will totally obliterate me. Yeah, so that's it. We could go for dispersed industry or concentrated one. Depends what you want. In this we have like more bomb vulnerability, so that the Japanese airplanes cannot destroy it so much, but normally they do not have that big of a bomber fleet. So it really doesn't matter that much. Yeah, but I think I will still try it out. Yeah. So I think that's it for this start. And let's see how it goes in the next part.